Master Tony. I'm with HollywoodSnitch.com, and I'd like to introduce Leah Thompson, Claudia Wells, Christopher Lloyd, great to be in this time era with you. That's great. I'd like to start off by asking them what their favorite line from the movie is. Let's start with Gene.
You're a slacker, McFly.
Yeah. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Oh my God, it's Calvin Klein, what a dream!
That was great, thank you. I'm going to start off with one basic question. Whoever wants to take it, go for it, and then we'll ask the audience for their questions. I know you all have a lot to ask. My question is, how does a movie at the time, when you're making it, how does it seem 25 years later you'd be in front of a large audience still watching on the big screen? How does that do? What impression does it give you? Anybody?
It's unbelievable.
No, Darty, you go ahead.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. It's so great that you guys all came out, and I never thought that 25 years later y'all would be here.
Well, to begin with, I don't think anybody realized 25 years ago that we'd be standing here now still talking about it and with all this interest. And that's quite amazing.
Usually you do a film and you hope it gets through the opening weekend. So this is extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. One generation after another keeps coming along with the same enthusiasm and the same excitement about it. So it's pretty great.
Great. I know it's a silly question. Does anyone in the audience have any questions? Right here, this young man.
I was asked what I think is the funniest scene in the movie. And gosh, there's so many of them. But I do think about your scene where you blow up. Maybe it's not this movie, but where he has the model, where Doc Brown has the model, and it burns up. That really made me laugh every time. But I also liked in the first one when for me, I was in it. When Marty wakes up and I'm talking about his purple underwear. And he looks so uncomfortable. He was really funny in that when he falls over on his pants. I go, oh my God, it's my mother.
All right, next question. This gentleman right here.
This one's for Christopher Lloyd. How did you feel for when you were in the clock tower and you just had to reattach the wires? How did that make you feel?
I remember I went up to the tower before we shot that, and I went up myself, and I remember there was an opening to go out on the ledge, and I couldn't do it, and I got down on my knees because it was kind of high. And I thought to myself, I can't do this scene like that. And I knew that there was going to be a cable on me, but even with that, I asked, I spoke to Bob Zemeckis about it. I said, is it possible I can do that scene kneeling on the ledge? And he said, there's no effing way that you're going to do that on your knees. So it was kind of intimidating. And when I was on the tower, I remember they had a crane or something that lifted me up. It was a drizzly night. They put me up there, and then the crane went away, and I was just by myself. And it was really something that I wouldn't care to do again.
All right, next question. Can I come on over here? Can you stand up for me? For me. Thank you.
Did the movie feel real to you?
Feel real.
Yes.
It was a fanciful story, but I think we could all relate to the themes in it of friendship and families and time travel.
Yeah, of the three.
Mine was the third, because it was a Western and it was horseback riding and it was a real steam engine that went chugging down the track while we were trying to act on it, and Doc had a romance. No brainer.
Mine was the first.
Marty's girlfriend.
I like the second movie because I got to play so many different characters. I got to be like 80 and I got to have really big. Unfortunately, they took them away.
For Leah, I was wondering how long did it take to put all that makeup on so that you were aged in the movie? And your costume and everything?
Sometimes, like in Back to the Future 2, I had makeup all the way from here to here. So that took a long time. It took like 4 hours most of the time. And then it also took like, it takes 45 minutes to an hour to get it off. So it's a long day.
This is really a question for everyone. If they were to remake Back to the Future in the modern day, what actor would you want playing your character?
That's a good question.
Elizabeth Shue.
Ain't nobody gonna play.
What actor would I like to see playing my part? Is that was the question? Yes. That's so difficult. I'm still young enough to play it again.
I'm actually in a movie that's being remade, Red Dawn. So there's already somebody. Woo! I probably forgot it once I heard it. Maybe she could play me back then.
Okay, our next question.
Well, Tom Wilson played Biff, who I thought was the most interesting character in all three of the movies. What do you think about this song he has about questions? That's a fantastic song.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. You guys all should be.
You all heard it. It's very funny song. He's a very funny character. I thought Biff played a great part. Tom Wilson did. So, what do you have comments about that?
He's actually, I hear he's in Chicago a lot doing stand-up. So go and see him. Yeah.
I want to see that on YouTube.
It's hysterical. I saw it when he was at the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles. Very funny.
Very funny.
Okay, this is our last question before we get this movie started. Yep, better be good.
I guess it's for anyone. Who decided to have the Cubs win the World Series in Back to the Future 2?
I think that would be Zemeckis. He's from here.
I played on.
Well, thank you very much. You've been a great audience. Great questions. Start this film and go back to the future.